All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Waka, Kodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his well known true name is Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, meaning coming in the name, Ba means coming in, Ha means the, Sham means name, Rakah meaning spirit, Kodash meaning holy. Double honors to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I have learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity, and shalom to you sincere sisters that's listening in silence, as the scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Razakah, and pretty much there was another chariot sighting out in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, and it was October the 4th, at I think 6:42 p.m. when that sighting was seen. So now we know that we're closer to the end, because now there's chariots that are being sighted and seen up close more and more. Okay? And there's a lot of things that are literally taking place on the earth, which we see happening. So this is coming into the time where the Lord is going to make his second coming. And this is a reminder day in and day out to get ourselves right, because the chariots of the Lord will return, and the Lord will make his second coming in return. And you want to earn your place on that chariot to get that golden ticket to be of the elect, because this is what is coming. Okay? Yes. And those so-called UFOs, as you want to call them, they call them UFOs, but we know them as IFOs, identified flying objects. Those are chariots of the Lord. Okay? These are chariots of the Lord, and they're mentioned in the scriptures. Yes, they're literally mentioned in the scriptures. So we're going to get some precepts out, just a quick hitter. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And this is Psalms 104:3. It says, who lay up the beams? It says, who lay up the beams? Salakia, my appointment. It says, Psalms 104:3, it says, who lay up the beams of his chambers in the waters? Okay, the chambers is talking about the UFO, okay? The so-called UFO, which is the chariot. It's chambers, okay? The lighting thing that you see underneath it, okay? That is the chambers that it's talking about, okay? The chambers, okay? The chambers that's under the chariot. That's what it's talking about. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the cloud his chariot? And that's talking about a so-called UFO, which are actually chariots of the Lord. Okay? It says, who walketh upon the wings of the wind? So it's giving you a description, literally description of a chariot. Okay? Isaiah 26:20, it says, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers. And there, when you see it says chambers there. So anytime you see white horse, flying roll, what else? A cloud, right? What else? What else can I see? Anytime you see white horse, and you see a white horse, like the scriptures say, the Messiah right up on that white horse. That white horse is referring to a chariot. You see cloud, right? That's talking about a chariot, right? You see a flying roll that's mentioned in the scriptures. That's talking about a chariot. Okay, so chariots are mentioned in the scriptures. Chambers, that's talking about a chariot. It says, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. You see, that is giving you a description of the chariot, because the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to be beamed up and delivered on those chariots. Right when those nuclear missiles hit, the elect is going to be beamed up, and they're going to be on that chariot. Okay, that's going to be our salvation there. Yahweh Shai, he's our reparations. He's the one that's going to make that second coming, and he's the one that's going to gather his people, as the scriptures say in Genesis 49, and I think it's verse 10 or 11. I think it's 10. It says Shiloh come and he shall gather up his elect, right? That's Genesis 49:10, I believe. It says Isaiah 60:8, it says, who are these that fly as a cloud? See, so the cloud there is referring to a chariot. Okay, a so-called UFO as they call it, but it's a chariot. It says, and as the doves of their windows. So it's giving you a description of a chariot, man. Okay, here it is right here. See, chariots of the Lord, man. And there's scriptures, to back this statement up. And you see, these are different sightings of the chariots, and they are mentioned in the scriptures. They're mentioned in the Bible, man. So those so-called UFOs, those are chariots of the Lord. It says, who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? So it was telling you about the chariot, okay? That cloud there. It's giving you a description of a chariot. And a chariot, it moves very fast, okay? And when you see a chariot, it doesn't make any noise. Like you have planes and jets, planes, jets, helicopter. They make all these sounds and noises and all the you hear all the noise when you see planes and jets and helicopters. They make all these different noises. But when the chariot comes, you don't hear nothing. It doesn't make a noise. It just flies fast. It moves very fast. Okay. Zechariah 5:1, it says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, behold, a flying roll. And that flying roll is talking about a chariot, man. Okay. Give you a better description right here. This is a chariot, man. You see that? A flying roll. So that flying roll, that's representing and referring to a chariot. Okay, as you can see right here. That's what it's talking about. A flying roll is a chariot, man. Okay. Acts 1:9. This is going into the description of the Messiah when he was beamed up, right? It says, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up. Taken up where? Where was the Messiah taken up to? He was taken up on a chariot. Enoch, beamed up. Prophet Elijah, beamed up. Yahweh Shai, beamed up. These men, they were beamed up. It says, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up on a cloud. He said he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. The Messiah was beamed up. The chariot came and got him. He was beamed up on that chariot. That so-called UFO, as you want to call it. But it's a chariot of the Lord. He got beamed up on that. And when he make his second coming, he's going to return on that chariot. Because the scriptures say in Acts 1 and 12, I believe, it says the same way you seen him leave is the same way he's going to return. Probably paraphrasing. It says that in Acts, I believe it's 1 and 12. 1 and 12 or 1 and 11. Okay, or 1 and 10. One of those precepts. It says the same way he was gone that you seen him taken in the air, he's going to come back that way. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 17, it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. And this is a future prophecy. This is the elect of the nation of Israel getting beamed up. You're going to have those that died in the truth, which you have brothers that died in the truth. Brothers that died in the truth, the scriptures even mentioned in Revelation 14, and I think it's 14 in... It's Revelation 14. It says their works and labors do follow them. Okay, so their works and their labors do follow them. So they're gonna those that died in the truth, they're gonna be lifted up in the air. They're gonna be beamed up, and those that remained are gonna be beamed up. Okay, it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. See, because the elect is going to get beamed up, and that's what we are working for in this truth, is to earn our spot on that chariot, to be beamed up, to be the elect. Okay, Revelation 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they shall ascend up to heaven in a cloud. You see that? A chariot. And their enemies shall behold them, right? Because they're going to be beamed. The elect is going to be beamed up. The elect is going to be delivered and beamed up on a chariot, man. Okay? They're going to be beamed up. 2nd Esdras 13 and 6. But I beheld, and lo, he have graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. How can you fly upon a high, great mountain? With a chariot. He did it with a chariot. Flew upon a high, great mountain, man. With a chariot. So the chariot is that you so-called UFO, as you're going to call it, is a chariot of the Lord. Those are flying vehicles of the Lord. And angels are reporting to the Lord. They reporting to the Lord in and out of the earth on those chariots. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and fury with his rebuke and the flames of fire. And when you see chariot there, you see flying roll there. You see it's another precept too. The wheels. It talks about the wheels when you read in Daniel 7 and 9. It talks about the Ancient of Days did sit, and it talks about the fiery wheels, the fiery flame of wheels. That's talking about a chariot, and that's in Daniel 7 and 9. That talks about a chariot, right? So you got scriptures that literally prophesy and give you a description of chariots. They're in the Bible. It says, in his rebuke with flames of fire. So there you go. Okay, those so-called UFOs, and I'll just get Daniel 7 and 9 out again. Right, for edification. Daniel 7 and 9. Because it talks about it. This is Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. And the Ancient of Days did sit because the Heavenly Father is going to send back his only begotten Son to establish his judgment on the earth. All right. And it says, whose garments as white as snow, and his hair, and it says, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. Because the Heavenly Father is a so-called black man, and the only begotten Son is a so-called black man. Right. And it says, his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. And those wheels there, that's talking about a chariot. Okay? Yes, the flying, it says, and his wheels as burning fire, that's talking about the chariots. Because the scriptures, when you go to Revelation 14:14, it talks about Yahushua and the angels returning, right? And it says coming, Yahushua coming like a sharp sickle, right? Which is going to be the time of harvest, the time of that harvesting, right? When the earth is ripe, of that time of that harvesting. Okay? So chariots are in the scriptures, and those so-called UFOs are chariots of the Lord. Okay, so, hey man, we're going to wrap it up with that. All right, Lord willing, that's some edifying. I want to give all honors and glories and praise to Yahweh Bashim Ashar Bashim Kodash. And yes, there's another chariot sighting out in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, and that was 10/14. The date was 10/4/2024. All right, at 6:42 p.m. So there's starting to be more and more sightings of these chariots And people are getting scared. It's frightening them. They don't know what it is, but we know what it is. Okay, those are chariots of the Lord, and those are angels driving those chariots, driving those vehicles, man. The Lord is continually warning us and reminding us we need to get right, okay? And we need to stay on track and stay focused, okay? So, hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Just want to do a quick hit, giving all praises and honors and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Yahweh Kakodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who will well and teach well. And peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers that scatter abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, sincere sisters that's listening in silence as the scriptures command you to do so. I'm the brother Mashiach Razakah, and Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. On to the next one. Shalom.